I'd like to welcome in Scott Bauer. He's the CEO of Prosper Trading Academy. And he's joining us here this afternoon. Scott, my mind's working faster than my mouth can this afternoon. Welcome, and thanks for giving us part of your afternoon. Let's talk a little bit about the e-commerce retail sales numbers that we saw today. Kind of flew below the radar, but not what investors wanted to see.
Yeah, and you know, that's really kind of the outlook, if you will, the crystal ball probably for what's going to happen for this holiday season over the next 4 to 6 weeks, especially with more shutdowns. Is it all going to be about e-commerce spend? It really is. And which of the companies, which of the retailers out there outside of the Amazons and outside of Target and Walmart, which of these really have a robust enough e-commerce platform to attract people to?
All right, let's talk about that, and that has been the case here. We've been definitely pointing that out. Those beneficiaries, or definitely of the beneficiaries, I should say, of the pandemic have been usually tied to a digital platform that's been able to handle the increase in traffic. Let's talk a little bit about a stock that was on a lot of people's radar headed into earnings. You got LB Limited Brands. They're getting a nice lift from this news today, up 16.5%. They gapped up to $39.95, and this has this stock back to levels that they haven't seen, it looks like, Scott, since the spring of 2018.
Long time.
Talk to us about what's playing out here. Yeah, enjoying some nice gains, up 16.5%.
Yeah, long time. And if you look at the charts there, Ben, this thing really has been sideways for a very long time, trading in a very, very tight channel. And much to what you just said, it's the e-commerce. So you look at the reports and their Victoria's Secret e-commerce side of thing, which I think is called Victoria's Secret Direct, just absolutely blew the doors off of all estimates. And overall, they had phenomenal earnings, great revenue overall. And this one is a real breakout. This really is a breakout. And if you look at the option activity in there today also, Ben, there's about, so far today, I think 47,000 options that have traded so far. 41,000 of them are call options.
Interesting. I wonder if people got caught on the wrong side, kind of doubting this one. Victoria's Secret had been a bit of a disappointment for a long time, and sounds like they're turning things around. Let's talk also, or mention the fact that sales for Bed Bath & Body Works increased by 55% year over year to $1.7 billion. All right, another one you've got on your radar, ticker symbol MIK. It's Michaels. They're higher today as well, up on the day by about 5.25%.
This one's really interesting, and this one's not earnings related. It might be a little bit more just, you know, kind of going along for the ride with some other stocks in the sector here. You break down Michaels, and their PE is a paltry looking 5.31. So, you know, investors that are looking at, you know, for a retailer or a stock in general to buy with maybe some future value to it because of that low PE, Michaels might be the one for you. I actually don't like it. I really don't. I think it's trading at that multiple for a reason. It's along for the ride today. I'm not saying that I'd short it here, but this is one I cannot get behind.
All right, I've been in the store a couple times recently finding crafty type stuff for my neighbor's kids, and it's full of fun things to do, but it seems like everything's 50% off throughout the whole store. Always. So oftentimes I equate that to what we've been seeing with Macy's, another retailer actually that did pretty well this time around. But let's talk about Children's Place, ticker symbol PLCE. I noticed they were on the move today. They caught your eye. They're higher today as well. They're also up by 5%.
They are, and they were actually up, you know, a lot higher earlier on. This thing traded up all the way to almost 42 earlier, and then, you know, paired those gains a little bit. And this one is surprising to me. They had really good numbers, really good metrics. However, they actually came out and said they're very concerned about the next quarter. They warned of guidance going forward, which, you know, may be why we're seeing the stock sell off from those highs today. However, it is trading above the 200-day moving average, where it's been, you know, it's been below there for well over 2 years. If this stock can maintain itself above there now, this one could be one for the long run here.
All right, Scott, this morning in the Future Show, we were talking a lot about the balance that we're seeing right now between concerns related to increasing coronavirus numbers versus optimism related to some of the vaccines and other drug news that we've seen or heard over the last couple weeks, and how that's kind of got the indices stuck in the middle. I guess I'm curious where things stand with some of the stocks that we've been looking at in terms of beneficiaries of that stay-at-home trade. We were just talking about that in terms of some of the digital presence. Certainly Wayfair and Etsy kind of fall under that umbrella. What are you seeing with those two names? They're up today as well.
Yeah, those are exactly names that have just flourished during the stay-at-home trade. And the big question is, amongst others as well, how are these stocks going to fare once we reopen? I think Wayfair is set up great. When it was trading $375, $380 just maybe a few weeks ago, a month ago, yeah, it was well overpriced. And the point can be made right now that it's still well overpriced, but the stock is $125 off of that level there. It does have a nice rally today, but here's what I love about Wayfair. They have an active customer base of over 30 million users. More importantly, their repeat customers, 72% last month. That is huge. They are setting themselves up as one of these stocks that post-pandemic, post-stay-at-home, can absolutely thrive in the reopening.
Active customers, repeat customers. Sounds like Wayfair's got just what they need. We'll keep an eye on these stocks, these retail names. Wayfair, Etsy, a couple other names. Scott Bauer has his eye on it, thinks we should as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Bauer is the CEO of Prosper Trading Academy. Scott, have a wonderful afternoon and a wonderful weekend if we don't see you. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, stick around when we come back.